Hey everyone, good afternoon. It is me, Maria Fontana, your favorite intuitive business coach and consultant. And today I'm going to talk about something that nobody ever wants to talk about: money. Money, the dirty word. Everyone's afraid to talk about money. We're afraid to talk about our finances. We're afraid to take ownership of our finances. It's like airing your dirty laundry. So this week, it just happened to be brought to my attention by a few of my clients and people that reached out to me to book some strategy calls. Their main concern was money, and it made me really start thinking that it was something I have to talk about with everyone, because money is a huge factor in business, of course, and it's a huge factor in our lives. And money is an energetic exchange for a service well rendered. So hear me out. This is what I'm going to cover today. So this is especially if you're, for my self-employed folks, for my bosses, for my coaches, my creatives, my spiritual entrepreneurs, my service providers. If you are self-employed and you're the boss and you're holding all the pressure of your household, especially if you're a single mom, because of course that connects with me, and all this financial pressures on your back, I want to go over 3 strategic things that I started doing. Now I want to share with you guys. I'm going to share my dirty laundry with you. I want you to see my truth. I went bankrupt, guys. I came from a very bad divorce. I hit rock bottom. My finances went in the shitter. I had to start my life all over again. And it was very emotionally and just, mindset. It was so hard for me because I felt like a loser. I'm like, how the fuck could this happen to me? I'm so smart. I've been so successful. It tormented me. I had to fucking get over myself, and I had to figure out how to reboot my life, get my act together, and build my businesses back to where they were before the shit hit the fan when I got divorced. So I lost my home, I lost my mind, I lost all my money, I lost it all. Hey guys, I see you all coming on. So I don't want you to think, oh, look at this lady, she's full of shit. She's always talking about making 6 figures. Oh, it's easy for her to say. It's so easy. It ain't easy. So that's why I want to talk about money today and a few tricks that anybody can implement into their lives. Now, again, I'm not a financial expert, but I do have a background in business, 32 years. I've been through many financial struggles, and I've in the banking and financial sector for many years when I got divorced and needed health insurance for my children because I didn't have it. So here I juggled 3 businesses and I worked part-time in finance. So there you know, and a little secret about me. So here we go. Here's the 3 things that the strategies I implemented. Number 1, guys, let's talk about your money leaks. Do you know what that is? So I want you to write down on a piece of paper. You're going to go after you get off this live or tonight, whenever you see it. If it's on a replay, say replay. Hey, Kaya, I see all you guys. I love you. I love sharing my dirty laundry only because it's the truth. It's the freaking truth. So I want you to go and I want you to look at your bank statements. I want you to look at every single one of your bank statements. I want you to look at how much bullshit you have a month. I did this and it was like $65 in nonsense. Membership fees to stuff I no longer use. iTunes, this, that crap my kids may have wanted me to sign them up for. They're having a moment. They needed something on Fortnite. All these little $2.99 iTunes, all stuff you buy on your phone that we forget about then. And what happens? They're recurring payments that you're paying to someone for something you're not freaking using. So I want you to go in and I want you to look at all your money leaks. I can bet you most of my clients that have, we're in a little bit of financial pinch, we start out with this, you're going to find between $50 and $100 a month that you're pissing away on nonsense. Number 2, with the money leaks is I want to challenge yourself for 1 week straight to keep track of all the money you spend. Now this means Dunkin', Starbucks, stopping at Wawa, stopping to pick this up, gas, kids, any kind of anything. So I learned these bad habits, and I will share this other dirty laundry. From being a hairdresser 32 years, I always had wads of cash. So here's Maria, spend, 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 spend. I never really paid attention to my cash because I was in a cash flow business. When I really started to pay attention as the industry changed and people started to decide to pay with their credit cards more and more, all of a sudden, these things had to be taken into consideration. So if you're in business and you are taking credit cards, remember to calculate into your budget every time you swipe that client's credit card, guys. You're paying between 2.75 or 3.75%. These are all expenses that should be coming out of your business. Now, once again, I'm not an accountant, but I can give you tons and tons of business advice when it comes to this stuff because I've been through it for so many years. So fix your money leaks and take into accountability for 1 week straight. I want you to get a journal and just document every single amount of money you spend, especially with your credit cards and especially with your debit card. Now, what I'm going to challenge you all to do is, yes, you know what, now Amazon, and I got Alexa, and all of a sudden I realized like there's like Amazon Prime renewed and this renewed. I'm like, wait a fucking minute, what is all this shit? This is all money that I'm going to explain to you what I started doing. Now, I took an amazing course when I went away, and it was about Smart Women Finish Rich. So I'm in the process of almost finishing up this course, and part of it I did in Italy. And it teaches women, now this is for men too, but I'm speaking mostly to my women, how you can build wealth from being an entrepreneur without making a ton of money. So of course that was interesting to me. I'm like, all right, I'm 50. I got, I'm a little bit behind schedule here. How can I rebuild my wealth without really making more money? So if you take $5 a day, now hear me out because I'm just in the process of doing this and I'm going to let you guys follow through with me as I do it, because if you're self-employed, I know that you get where I'm coming from. $5 a day. I have my stats right here, so let me read them to you. So if you save $5.63 a day, which literally, I think that's what my Starbucks coffee costs. I mean, honestly, it's like up there. We spend between $5 and $10 on bullshit, right? Let's think about this. If you save $5.63 a day, in 1 year, you will have $2,055. Now, with that money, you could start tossing that into an IRA. You won't even see that. So my goal is going to be, I'm going to try and really amp it up, and I'm going to try and do $20 a day, because I have to admit to you guys, when I did my money audit and when I started looking at all the money leaks from all these little things, I'm like, a month, I had like $200 that I could be investing. Now, you might have credit card debt and there's all this other stuff. So you're going to have to really figure out your finances. But if you just do this simple step and start investing that money into an IRA for yourself, and then maybe, turn it over later on, then I'll explain to you step 2. So then you take that money, you put it into an IRA or some kind of investment. By the time you're 65, guys, like there's a whole formula here I'm going to share with you. If you want the cheat sheet, I'm going to photocopy what I have and I'll send it to you. You can have amassed $1 million in the bank by the time you're 65 to retire. Because the truth of the matter is, when you're self-employed, I mean, this is the dirt. There's no IRA, there's no retirement. I mean, unless you're married and you have a spouse, also there might be no health insurance. These are other things that, entrepreneurs have to think about. So I know I sound like I'm throwing all dirt out, but this is the truth. So there's all things we have to think about. And there's no reason why you can't start amassing wealth with what you have. Fix your money leaks first. The third thing I decided to do was get educated. I'm like, all right, you know what? I need to get educated on this stuff. What I don't know, I'm going to read about it. I'm going to take classes about it. Or I might even find a really awesome financial planner or advisor who could guide me. Now, once again, these things have to resonate with you. And you might be saying, Maria, what does this have to do with business? I mean, what does this have to do with me and my business? It has a lot to do with you and your business. Because if you can't hold on to the money you have, being able to create more money, no matter how much money you make, you're going to wind up with no money. So does that make sense? And this is what I learned in my mindset rituals class when I was in Rome. And it kind of bothered me. I felt a little stirred up by it. But of course, as you guys all know, When we feel stirred up, that means it's something we have to work on. So as I'm working through my money stuff and realizing that we all have a birthright to amass wealth. It doesn't matter where you come from, it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter. These strategies really work. So start by really being accountable. Plug up all your money leaks. Take some time to do that. Yeah, it's time consuming, but try it, do it. Number two, really decide where you want to put that little bit of savings. Don't blow it on something else, and don't pay off a debt with that. Use another route to do that. Take that money and just put it away. Now, number three is find someone to help you, because guess what? Once I started doing this, I was able to start investing in myself, and I was able to take seminars or go to retreats or go to trainings in Italy or do things that maybe before I couldn't allow myself to do because it wasn't in my budget. You know, our famous I'm broke, and change how you talk about yourself. Stop saying you're broke. It's not in my budget right now, but you know what? It will be. I'm working on it. So it is our mindset. It's what we want to create. Staying in the victim mode and the poor me mode, it sucks. Also, on another note, if you are self-employed and you don't have health insurance, it's not something to be taken lightly. So I highly recommend that you either look to your state and see what kind of health insurance that there's an offer for you, something that's in your budget. Or see, if you have a partner, a domestic partner, maybe you can go on their insurance. If you're blessed enough to have a spouse that has insurance, that's awesome. One less thing to worry about. These are all key things that all entrepreneurs are dealing with daily. So guys, in the big scheme of things, making tons of money is great, but guess what? Holding on to your money is even better. So be mindful of what you're spending, what's going to bring joy and add value to your life, add value to your business, and spend on that. Don't just aimlessly throw your money around, because I can tell you the law of attraction and energy works in a way. If you don't value and pull in abundance and really honor money and the energetic value it brings to your life, and you don't tithe, which means save for yourself at some level, but it has to be the money from your business to make more of that money come to you and grow. So here's sending you all, guys, massive love and light. I hope these few tips were helpful for you. If you'd like that cheat sheet, I'm going to photocopy this sheet that I got from my workshop right now. It's really cool because it's a chart and it shows you how, of course, if we start out, I think here it says if you start out when you're 20, I think if you start out when you're 20, you invest $3, you're a millionaire by 65. Yeah, that's great. I wish I knew that, but I'm 50, so I'm going to start at the 50 mark, and I'll let you know how I make out. When I'm 65, I should have $1 million saved from my business, regardless if I make $2,000 a month or I make $20,000 a month. So follow me on this journey, and if you'd like to join in, and let's find out if smart women finish rich. I think we do. I think I'm rich regardless, money or not. I love all of you guys. And if you want to book a call with me, you know the gig, the link is there. I'll talk to you later. Have a great day. Love and light.